Good morning. You know, when I started this YouTube channel, it all started with Instagram. I did it as a fundraiser. Some people might say, Brandon, you're being redundant, but I get a lot of new followers, a lot of new subscribers recently. My last video was my highest view count yet. 55,000, I think. Bakhmut now. That's a clickbait. Yeah. Bakhmut medics. It wasn't Bakhmut now when I posted it. It was some weeks before, on a location that is now Russian. And I read the comments because I now have the energy to do so. And I guess the more love you get, the more hate you get too. Maybe there is a bit I have to answer for. You know, the modern world, so many people, they go about life without the factor of fear of a punch in the face. People can type whatever they want. They can not say, but type whatever they want on the internet. And they don't have to fear a reprisal of a punch in the face. I strongly encourage everybody to get a punch in the face once or twice in their life. It will do amazing things for your character, for your tolerance, for your perseverance, to endure, to belly up. Yeah, I do have a few things to answer for. But am I narcissistic? Probably. Yeah. I think more neurotic, to be honest. And I don't know how the two can coincide together. But if you're going to unsubscribe to my channel because I say I want a blonde with big tits, well, yes, that is my preference. I do have many tastes, but that is my preference above all. Yeah, but a lot of interesting comments. Am I retarded? Sometimes. But anyway, for 20 hatred, I get 350 love and the rest in between neutral. I'm really happy with the YouTube growth. See, love, hatred, ambivalence, you got to see what a real collection point is like. And if you're not in this war, you'll never know. I suppose on a world level, it's very exclusive territory. And I don't pretend to be anybody I'm not. But things aren't going that well right now. But I've got a new role. The brigade we work with were very, very happy with this. And it led to another job. And they said, do you want to go work on the BMP? Do you want to go to first line and get the boys? Yeah, I really want to do that. But what happened, just all of a sudden, we shifted direction, and we're not taking that many casualties right now. I'm working in a recovery house. I don't know what else you would call it, a convalescence house. And it's been well over a week now. These guys have minor concussions, frostbite, flu, just the simple stuff. I'm running Donbass taxi and I'm playing nurse. It's brilliant. I'm running about 20 IVs a day. I'm taking guys to the doctor's appointments. The head nurse here, I'm a personal taxi.
Here, let's get a disco going in here.
I'm loving it, and dare I say, I think they're loving it too. Cracking a few jokes, and there's some really, really great guys in here. That's what I love about these Ukrainian guys, the ones that join the army, that come out east, with hands the size of shovels, hard men. Kind of remind me of Yvonne Durrell, where I grew up. Fought Archie Moore in 1955 for the light heavyweight title. The Fighting Fisherman. Yeah, hands the size of shovels, but a heart of gold. I really like these guys. And I'm doing supermarket runs and buying things, like the chocolate, the Doritos, just smiles. But do you know what? I got energy. I've got energy again, and I've got an optimism. After I got blown up in the minefield, I thought after a month in the hospital, what would I like to do? What I wanted to study. I wanted to get my advanced EMT. I wanted to go work in a hospital that I used to work in. The surgeon said, "You're more than welcome." I thought about working on stabilization for 1st Armored Brigade, the commander there. Nobody I admire more in Ukraine. Yeah, but the war got busy. I run a fundraising platform on Instagram and YouTube. There's only one foreigner as an individual who's from Sweden who's raised more money than me that I know of. It's not for nothing, 80 to 100 generators.
Хочу подякувати госпітальєрам та брендам.
Подякувати госпітальєрам за такі.
Дякуємо госпітальєрам від мед.
Щиро дякує батальйону госпітальєри за
Госпітальєрам за ці 2 бензинових.
Щиро дякуємо вам за поміч українській армії. Ми дуже
Брендову, дякую госпітальєрам за цей генератор.
All the radios, the
Слава Україні!
vehicles. I document it all. Go on my Instagram. Here on my YouTube, I'm doing it as well. It's really hard to get out of this role. It's not what I want to do. That's why I post. I just want to plug in on a team, and I want to increase my skills. But I work 5-6 hours a day here, and I got time to study. So many drugs, so many different medications. I know how to say it in Ukrainian, Russian now. The ones I've never dealt with before. In English, I know about the dosage, the onset, learning all the different parameters. A couple hours a day I'm doing that. I'm just sitting down with my notepad. There's a great resource here on YouTube. He's an amazing doctor from Holland. He just gives me the information I need. Couldn't recommend him enough. But say, for example, that last video I uploaded that got all the love and all the hate, there was a situation there with an amputation. Well, we don't have meloxicam. You want to get people on antibiotics as quick as possible, pre-surgery, preemptively. We've got ciftriaxone. Okay, so that's a no-brainer. Draw it up. It's a powder. Shoot in your NaCl, reconstituted. There you go. Good to go. But what about an ocular injury? I got thinking about, what if we were stuck there like that for 2 hours, 3 hours, where a guy penetrated his eyeball? Not every antibiotic's effective for an eyeball. It's quite particular. What the Americans recommend, the meloxicam, we don't have it. So Edouard, who's a brilliant French doctor, one of my first YouTube videos working in that hospital. I've worked with Edouard here for over 3 weeks.
So this is where we work, where we take care of patients when they come from the front, when they're injured. There is a medical team with an intensive care doctor, sometimes there is more, and 2 surgeons.
He's been helping me a little bit. Other people have been helping me, my friend Casey. Different drugs, different antibiotics, what we have to work with here. Little things I can put in my bag, just in case. If I had 1 ampule of levofloxacin, I don't know where I'm going to find it, but I'll ask for it. If I just had that for that little space there, if I had that scenario with the penetrated eyeball, that's worth it for that space in my bag. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I'm getting my head around. I really like it here. Let me tell you a little bit about foreigners' guilt. And I suffer from it just as much as everybody. Because I like to think I'm neurotic, not a narcissist. I read the comments in the last video. I don't have foreigners' guilt right now. See, I'm not searching for clout in Ukraine. You know why I post. If I wanted all the views and all the clout right now, I'd start posting my Bakhmut, my Soledar shit.
I'm really grateful for what you're doing, and let the God save you and you come back home.
God bless you all.
Uninjured, and
You as well.
so
You
God
as
bless
well.
you and have a good and long life.
I wish I had a high mark to give you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We tried.
Over the past week or two, but I'm not going to do that because there's missing foreigners. I have a friend who was captured recently. He's in Lysychansk. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that stuff. I don't know if that stuff will ever come out. It's great content. Do you know what I mean? That would probably get 80,000 views. But no, I'm quite worried about him. Don't know how it's going to go. You never know. But yeah, right now I'm working here. I don't have foreigners guilt. And that's a big problem in this war. Lack of coordination on the Ukrainians' part, maybe even lack of initiative on some foreigners' part on the medical effort. They don't want to put on the uniform, they don't want to carry the gun or sign the contract, so they have to chase work unless they can get somewhere really good. But then maybe it gets quiet there. Maybe something's happening in Kherson. We gotta go to Kherson. We gotta go to Kharkiv. Well, right now they're all in Bakhmut. This is where it's all happening. And I think there's 100 ambulances that weren't here before. And I would think a lot of them are getting work. They don't have to chase the war. See, just like the journalists, it's if you want to always chase the war, you're chasing yesterday's war. But there's no need to chase, it's all here. So anyway, I'm quite happy with that. What I'm doing right now, and I'm happy that people are finding work. What I'm unhappy about is that they're finding work. Yeah, no work is good work here. You know, sometimes we get quiet nights, quiet days, quiet weeks, and then sometimes it never ends. But yeah, I'm enjoying it right now. I really am. And when I get on that BMP, or the next trauma roll arrives, I've got some new tools in my bag. So that's just my reflection right now. I've got one more video to upload about International Aid Group from Germany, interview with Enrico. All the money you send me, 2/3 of it, half to 2/3, it goes to him to bring me stuff here. So maybe it's good to know who you're dealing with. But yeah, the Bakhmut Soledar stuff, I got to really think about that.